There are some seats in the front row. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on up. It's a super comfy, cozy couch. Come on up. Okay. Brian Barrett, I have a seat for you in the front, sir. Are you interested? Good morning. This is an amazing turnout. I'm so happy to see everyone here. We decided that we would have to move this indoors, which I think that was a great decision, right? Do we all agree? This is our first ever small business ceremony. We've never done this in the history of almost 100 years with the Chamber. And so I'm super excited to see this amazing turnout and all your smiling faces in person. This is the start of National Small Business Week. This is not a made-up Hallmark holiday. This is actually a real thing. And the Chamber is working tirelessly to promote our businesses and give you opportunities to promote through our community guide, through being involved in our business expo, through being involved in our fun Bites and Brews event that a lot of you attended last week. And we're working on Summerfest. So we're bringing back Summerfest. It's the 46th year. We're doing that in downtown Glenview, right around the corner on Lehigh. That's going to be June 25th. Mark your calendar right now. We're also working on year-round shop local campaigns. We hope that you are, utilizing the Chamber members that you know to buy grills, to buy summer flowers, to buy homes with Virginia trucks. Tell me what feed me your line. Financial planning. Bitcoin, big word. CPA, we have a CPA. Tax returns, hot topic right now, right? But we hope you're supporting one another and, utilizing each other throughout the day and throughout the year. Now, I'd like to turn it over to everyone's friend, our Chamber Board President, Mike Moylan.
Thanks, Megan. I really appreciate it. It always amazes me to hear all the things that the Glenview Chamber of Commerce does on any given month. It's just amazing and astounding how much you do. You and your team are just beyond impressive, so nice work. Before I begin, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today and slogging through this pouring rain to get here to celebrate Small Business Week. I don't want to leave you out. You all are also very impressive. I thought a lot about what to say today and to speak since, again, this is the first time we're doing this. And I figured the best thing for me to do is just kind of speak to my experience with small business here in Glenview. As many of you know, I love Glenview. I love working in Glenview. I love living in Glenview. I love that my kids are getting the experience growing up in Glenview. Pretty much obsessed with Glenview, right? What you may not know is about 8 years ago, I didn't really know much about Glenview, other than maybe where it was on the map. So for me, the love of this village began when I was introduced to Glenview small businesses, its small business owners, and the small business professionals that work in those businesses. In 2014, I joined Wintrust with the goal of opening its first community bank here in town. And naturally, you're opening up a new business in a new town you don't know very much about. So you think, what should I do? Well, the first thought is join the Chamber. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll join the Chamber. So truth be told, where I used to work with some of the bigger banks, they don't really have an appetite for going out in the community and doing a lot of the Chamber-like activities that Wintrust does. So as I was looking back, I was like, I wonder what I was thinking back then. And this is before going to any event. I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be probably like a small, after hours, small gathering, probably the same people going to all the same events. It's definitely going to be super cliquey, and there's going to be product pushers in my face with brochures the entire time, right? That was definitely not the case going out there. It was completely the opposite. I went to my first business after hours, and what I saw was a lot of people in attendance. They were smiling, they were friendly. It was an incredibly diverse crowd. They They were fun, they were professional, and they weren't sticking product brochures in my face, which was a genuine plus. I really enjoyed that part. They were simply having conversations about each other's businesses, about each other's families, about how old their children were, where they lived, family vacations, the best place to eat. They were, I saw a genuine curiosity as to how members can help each other out, and not just in business, but in life in general. Strangely, this entire event didn't revolve around trying to make that next sale, which is what I thought, going into it that it might be. And that's when I realized that it's more than just making that sale in Glenview. It's about doing the right thing and knowing that if you do, good things will come in return. I started attending more chamber events. I went to lunch and learns, and I saw where other chamber members work. I met their teams. They welcomed me in their business, and they welcomed me in their business like it was as if they were welcoming me in their homes. I attended multi-networking events, further broadening my network outside of Glenview. We sponsored events like Bites and Brews that Meghan mentioned, and Summerfest and Leadership Glenview, helping my business grow its brand and grow its business, which is what Wintrust hired me to do. What started out as a business thing to do, joining the chamber, right? Check the box, has turned into an amazing 8 years. And I've said this before, the people that I've met along the way, many of you are in this room right now, are no longer just business acquaintances or people I've met at business chamber after hours. You've become friends, true friends of mine. Many of you have supported my business over the years to help it grow, and I hope that you feel my team and I have supported yours as well. As I said earlier, it's all about doing the right thing. There's nothing I love hearing more than my employees or myself getting joy from being able to connect two people for non-banking related reasons, right? Something that doesn't benefit us. And those two connected people are able to help each other out one way or the other. It's such a great feeling. Every time I say this, I kind of think of the A-Team gif where it's like Hannibal chewing on a cigar and he goes like, I love it when a good plan comes together, right? See, so some of you guys know what the A-Team is. Anybody who doesn't, that fell flat, I'm sure. Speaking to today, now when I invite prospective members to business after hours, I tell them to bring a stack of business cards. And I tell them, to be ready to have genuine conversations. And if they keep coming back to these events at least once a month, they're going to get more out of it than what they're putting into it. And they'll hit those business growth goals that they hope to achieve. That plus all the food and the drinks that are served along the way. So with that, my ask today is, if you're here right now and you're not a Glenview Chamber of Commerce member, please reach out to Meghan or myself. We'd love to talk to you about ways to help you with your business. And if you are a chamber member, or maybe you live in town, please continue to go out and shop local, support local. Go out and grab a coffee from Glenview Grind. I saw Kathy here earlier. Where's she at? And have a conversation with Kathy Schultz. If you need home improvement goods, where's Lynn? There's Lynn. Go to Weiss Ace and have a conversation with Lynn. You'll see her there. I don't see Joe Parra here, but if you're hungry, go to Cafe El Tapadio. I mean, support the community. There's a lot of great businesses here in Glenview who wholly welcome your support. And with that, I'd like to thank you all for coming out today, and I'd like to introduce Mike Jenny, Glenview's village president.
Thanks, Mike. No one can ever truly replace Betsy, but the energy, the passion, the dedication, the time management and organization that you've given to the chamber is truly impressive, and I'd like to give a round of applause again to Meghan Kearney. All the membership and the board do their hard work to make sure they can make a living and promote their businesses in the community, but this kind of thing doesn't happen without you and your efforts and your team, so thank you. Thanks everybody for coming out this morning. I see a lot of small business ownership, a lot of elected officials, library board, chamber board. So thanks for coming out and showing to everybody really how important small business is to this community. I've got some prepared remarks here, but I really just wanted to emphasize that we focus on what's right for small business in Glenview. It's the lifeblood of any community. It's certainly the lifeblood of ours. And I'm thrilled to see so much support here to recognize Small Business Week here in Glenview and in the country. It says here I've got to say good morning and thank you again. Good morning and thank you, Meghan, and thank you, Chamber Board President Moylan, for organizing this ceremony.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, but wait, I can't promote that. I can't promote my steak knives. All right. I'm glad to be here and glad to be part of this conversation. Small businesses, as we've said, are the heartbeat of the village and of communities across the country. Right now, nearly half of America's workforce is employed by some 32 million small businesses in this country. And this week, National Small Business Week, is our chance as a community to say thank you. In my time on the board and in the past year as village president, I've had the opportunity to talk to many small business owners in the community. And I can tell you there isn't a more passionate, more energized, more dedicated group of people than small business owners. So thank you. Thank you again for the blood, sweat, and tears you've poured into your businesses to help make Glenview the community it is today. This year's Small Business Week celebrates the resiliency and the tenacity of America's entrepreneurs who are doing their part to power our nation's historic economic comeback. It's no secret the last few years have been especially difficult for small business owners. The village has been working hard to help our business community navigate the pandemic. We set up a dedicated webpage with links to resources, signage, and programming to give business owners the information they need to access federal and state grants and other assistance opportunities. We coordinated with business owners so they understood the constantly evolving rules and regulations. Restaurants, which were hit especially hard, were eligible for hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales tax rebates. Going forward, the village is working towards a few additional support opportunities, including facade and tenant improvement programs. There's also funding from the American Rescue Plan Act that will be used to support our local business community. Additionally, at an upcoming board meeting, we will talk about hiring a group to assist the village in analyzing the current retail environment and utilizing that data to find our space in the prepared remarks again. There it is. To using that data to recruit regional and local businesses to our commercial corridors. We also want to hear from our small business community. Tell us what you need. Please feel free to share your needs and your ideas at an upcoming board meeting, or just send us an email. We got through this together and we're still here for you. And to our residents, please take this opportunity to shop local. Show your support for these business owners with your wallet and keep your tax dollars here in Glenview. Not only does shopping local support the small business community, those tax dollars support our police, fire, dispatch, and public works departments that keep us safe, keep us moving, and keep Glenview a desirable community to live, work, and play. If you're not able to shop local, please encourage others to do so. Draft social media posts and online reviews of your favorite businesses, buy a gift card to use later, or just reach out to a business owner and offer support, or just some kind words. To close, I'd like to read this proclamation declaring May 1st through 7th Small Business Week. Whereas small businesses are the backbone of our national, statewide, and village economy, and whereas 32 million small businesses employ nearly half of America's workforce, and whereas the Village of Glenview recognizes and values the dedication and entrepreneurial spirit within our community, and whereas the President of the United States has proclaimed National Small Business Week every year since 1963 to highlight the programs and services available to entrepreneurs, and whereas the Village of Glenview supports and joins in this national effort to help small business do what they do best, create jobs and ensure that our communities remain as vibrant tomorrow as they are today. Now, therefore, I, Michael Jenny, President of the Village of Glenview, do hereby recognize May 1st through 7th, 2022, as National Small Business Week in the Village of Glenview to acknowledge and celebrate the achievements of small businesses throughout the village. In witness thereof, I set my hand in the seal of the Village of Glenview on this 3rd day of May, 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This was amazing. I appreciate all of your efforts. Thank you to our elected officials in the audience. Thank you to my board members. Thank you for reading my emails, right? Like that's what Mike said. Mike said, wow, a lot of people read emails. It's really good to know. But thank you all so much for coming out today. This is an amazing opportunity. Feel free to stay, have coffee, chit chat, and go about your day and shop local, okay? Thank you.